Oh, Mabel, such a delight to actually have you here in the studio this morning. I mean, those Love Islanders loved you, but it's nowhere near my level of love, Mabel. I'll just be straight with you. So I am just going to go straight to Love Island to begin with, because I know you're an avid fan.
I really am very much involved. I got home so late last night. I was working late, had a show, and like still was like, no, I have to watch it before I go to bed. Have to watch it.
Yeah, the Jake and Liberty thing, that's clearly going to sort of kick off a bit on tonight's episode, I think. But there you are, performing in the villa. Like, those guys, to be fair to them, haven't sort of been in touch with the outside world for such a long time. To have you come in and perform live for them, oh, what a highlight of the series.
They were so excited, and I was like, is it going to be awkward? Like, because obviously it was like distanced, and I literally just came in and they didn't really know I was there. Well, they got told like before, but only just before.
Just before, yeah, because you could see like, Faye was like,
oh my
really...
God, Faye and Chloe were so excited, and I was like, is this going to be awkward? And they were so excited, like honestly one of the best crowds I have ever had.
Did you get to talk with them afterwards, albeit from a distance?
I had a little chat. Right afterwards, and just like, yeah, we just talked a little bit about, you know, what was going on in there, and yeah, they're so sweet though, honestly, so lovely and so good looking.
Yes, in the flesh, I bet, actually. Yeah, you kind of feel it a bit more, don't you? I know. Well, it has kept us occupied over the summer,
it really
hasn't it? We saw, you know, a few of your incredible tracks, and of course, your latest one, Let Them Know. It's just one of those songs, I've been singing it all morning, it kind of makes you want to dance, and makes you want to get back up on the dance floor, and that was kind of the essence behind the song in the first place for you, wasn't it?
Definitely. I mean, I've been on a personal journey to sort of, like, find my confidence, I guess, come into, like, who I really am. And I feel like I'm there now, and I want to inspire people to celebrate their true selves, to be who they really are, to let them know. You know, that's where my head's at. It's all about celebrating and bringing some light into, you know, this crazy sort of year and a half that we've all had.
Well, you've actually very openly talked about anxiety and dealing with it and accepting what you are, and then you're going to be happy for all of your faults. And I thought it was quite an interesting week for so many of your fans, because there'll be a lot of them getting GCSE results, A-level results. What would you say to that, you know, my stepdaughter being one of them, who's sitting at home worrying about things?
Look, I used to put so much pressure on myself. I still do to an extent, but I try to treat myself with a little bit more kindness. I would just say, I always say to myself, it's not about being the best, it's about trying your best. And I think that I always say that to myself. I'm like, if I do something with my heart and I enjoy it, that's it. Then you just have to let it go, you know?
Yeah, completely. So, as you say, it's been a challenging time for all of us on various kind of levels for the past 18 months, but you have had some incredible highs, and I have to talk about the Brit Awards, of course, Mabel. British Female Solo Artist of the Year. It's an incredible thing to pick up, and you genuinely weren't expecting it.
I really wasn't. I was so focused on my performance and opening the show, and I remember my mum saying to me, because it was 30 years to the day since she won too, and we did the red carpet together, and I was getting ready to go on stage, and she just said to me before I went on stage, she was like, you're going to come off stage and you're going to win an award. And I was like, Mum, don't do that. Like, don't do that, because we don't know. And she was like, well, you know, I'm just saying, I have a feeling. And I was like, okay. But still was so shocked, like nothing can prepare you for that moment when they call out your name.
Of course. You see, mums know, don't
they? Mums know things.
Know. And I love the fact that you took your mum as well, because like you said, it was a anniversary in many senses for her. And I watched it on the telly, and I actually remember thinking, gosh, how proud she must have been in that moment, for you to be following in her footsteps and to collect an award like that. How has she accepted everything that's going on in your life?
She's so proud. I mean, she knows, you know, more than anybody, I love what I do. I'm so grateful. We both are for our careers, but you do sacrifice a lot to be able to do what we do.
Yeah.
And I'd worked so hard to get to that point, and I think just as a mum, like, all you ever want is your kids to be happy. And so that moment was, like, big for us.
Yeah, well, I've always been a huge fan of your mum, so you were clearly destined, really, for starting from an early age, Mabel. Because your dad as well, who, you know, has worked in music, his sort of Massive Attack and big bands. Did you always just have that calling?
Definitely. I definitely always enjoyed performing, and used to like do little shows and make everybody at home watch, and I was very like, look at me, look at me. I don't think it was a surprise to anyone that I wanted to be a performer and an artist.
Yeah, well, you're getting the chance to get back out there like, you know, all of our other performers right now after all of these months indoors, basically. Latitude Festival a few weeks ago, did that feel real? I guess that's the first big live performance you've done.
Yes. I like exploded with energy. I feel like it's all just been like waiting to come out. I always say, like, as a performer and an artist, like, performing is when you get that back, you get the energy back just from feeling the love from the crowd. And it had been so long, and touching the stage was just so emotional. It was so emotional, and I'll never take it for granted ever again. Yeah. Ever again.
Well, the summer is busy, so Leeds, I think, isn't it? And Reading as well.
Leeds, Park Life, yes.
Yeah, so you still, as you say, you don't take it for granted, and you kind of just feel we're very lucky here.
So
and
lucky.
You end up loving what you do even more,
Even more, yeah. I think if there's one thing the last sort of 18 months, 2 years has taught me, is just to be grateful for all the small things, and just like, yeah, trying to be happy in every moment, because you never know what's going to happen. Things can change.
Because you went back home, didn't you, to your parents during that time? And it was, I suppose it's just a time to kind of regroup, isn't it? And spend a bit of time with the family. And maybe you just needed that. You'd been touring and everything else. So it was a reset button time, I suppose.
It really was. And it was time, you know, to rest. I'd just come off tour, as you said, but also, you know, to think about what I wanted to do next. And it sort of led me to the journey of Let Them Know, because I think to get to that place of true confidence, it's about really knowing yourself and knowing your weaknesses, knowing your strengths, and being okay with all of it. Yeah. And I feel like that time at home to just really, sit with my thoughts, sit with my feelings, really got me to a fantastic place. Yeah.
Well, Mabel, it's been an absolute delight. So lovely to see you this morning. And Mabel's new single, Let Me Know, is out now. Have a great summer.
Thank you.
Enjoy getting back out there.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.